absolutely live by is the Glam primer base. I actually recently got this and it's so good. Like, look at this consistency. I love this primer so much because it has such a good texture. I like to make my skin look a bit more natural and not so much like I've done a base because I like this natural vibe. So after I put on my primer, I use this YSL foundation. I do 2 pumps on my hand. Depends how much I want, but since today is Christmas, I do a lot more. And then I actually just use my hand and I just go like this. I know people use concealer for this, but I actually don't like layering my base so much. And as you can see, my most trusted blender is my finger. A sponge just sort of absorbs too much of the product for me, but then a brush is just like doesn't give me the kind of finish I want. And I love my finger because it neither absorbs and neither does it give me like a rough finish. It gives me like a nice smooth finish and I have very good control over it. So I have always been and will always be a do it with your hand person. Actually, this started because when I was younger, when I started to do makeup, I did not own any brushes or any sponges. I would kind of do it secretly without telling my mom. And I did not own any brushes or any sponges, so I just sort of learned to do everything with my hand. And then now that I actually have the brushes and the sponges, I realize that they're not so good and they don't like help me get the kind of finish that I want. After this, I do my brows because my brows, whilst I'm putting on foundation, they get a bit dirty. For my brows, I need 3 products. And firstly, I need like this kind of a brush, like a nice brow brush. I actually use kajal, this like black kajal, because no brown suits my eyebrows. They're just so dark. I've tried so many colors, but I think this is just the best way for me. And then this like brow gel. Okay, so you start by brushing it out. I actually don't like brow gel because brow gel kind of clumps up onto my brows and I don't like the way this looks. But I want my brows to be set, so it's kind of like a trade-off. But I have a bit of a bald spot over here, so I use the kajal to fill this in. Just a little bit to make it look natural. I don't want to go too much. There you go. And then you brush it out again. Then I go in with a little bit of this Douglas brow gel. It's always a big thing to get started. After, so I don't like using much brow gel at all. I literally take most of it off. I just want like a very little bit just to set them. And I just brush like that. And there you go. I think that's it for my brows. I do need to get my brows done because I don't like these like thick bushy brows, but I think they're okay for today. The Maybelline, this very popular one, I don't think too much. I just go in. So you just want to tap it in. And I go a lot with concealer actually because like my foundation is quite dark and I like to brighten up these areas. I will always put concealer in this area here and here because it like makes my nose look nice and skinny. And then I put some in between my brows and some here on my forehead. And then I just close my eyes and I go like this. Honestly, I know everybody overthinks, but I never overthink. I just want to let your concealer sit for a bit. So I allow my concealer to sit and I do my blush and my contour whilst it's sitting. For blush, I use this lip and cheek tint by Tipsy. I take a little bit. I actually don't think you can get this in Europe. I got this from India and this is amazing. You just put 2 on your side and you want to brush it out like this. Upwards. Pull it up. And other side, pull it up. To blend my concealer, I don't use my fingers this time. I actually use a little brush like this and I just sort of pat it in where it should be because I don't want it to go everywhere. So I just sort of go like this and then just sort of pat it in. You can look up a bit. Spread it up. I like to shape my nose while I'm doing this just so there's concealer here so that my nose looks nice and skinny. I'm I'm actually quite happy with this base. I like how it turned out. It looks very natural. For me, I always say I like having a natural look, not too glowy, but then my natural skin also has a lot of texture and a lot of hyperpigmentation, so this kind of looks like a nice natural skin. Now that I've done my foundation and my base and my cheeks, I like to let this sit for a bit. I don't want to go in with my eyes right away. But I'm going to change. I'm going to let my foundation sit, and then I'll come back and do my eyes, open my hair, and my lips. So now that I've changed into my outfit, I'm going to start with my eyes and my lips. The reason I change is because I like to match my eyes and my lips to my outfit and kind of have it contrast and complement it. To start off, I'm going to do my eyes, and I have this very cute palette. This is actually like drugstore makeup. Like if you look at it, it's nothing expensive, but the nude shades are amazing. And I'm not somebody who uses very fancy eyeliner. I'm not somebody who uses very fancy eyeshadow, so this is really perfect for me. I'm gonna start by using this shade right here. Like it matches my dress perfectly, and you want to go just in the crease. So this is the part of your eye here that you want to cover with your eyeshadow, and you just take a bit, tap it off. If tapping doesn't work, I tap it on my hand because I don't want too much pigment at once. And then you want to go in the crease like this and just blend it out. Blend it up. Okay. There you go. Not great. But then the second one, like look, it just is better. The pigment comes better and it's not too much. You can go in circular motions. Just want to get as much as you can. I don't go too crazy with my eyeshadow because it doesn't suit me. I've tried this a few times, but I just sort of end up looking like a ghost. So after I'm done with this, I want shimmer. I want some glitter because it's Christmas. So I'm gonna go for this shade right here, and I'm just gonna use my fingertip. And the reason I use my fingers is because the brush doesn't pick up as much pigment as I want it to. So you just want to take your finger, put it here. I got like a nice amount of pigment on my finger. And then go in, just tap it here and just spread it out. There you go. On the lid. Just go completely over on the lid. Do the same with the other side. Take some. So I think we're good with the eyes. A quick trick before you move on, your brush still has this brownish pigment from the eyeshadow, right? And since I don't like going too crazy with my contour, I actually use kind of the leftover pigment to do my nose. So I just sort of do a line like this on the bottom, and then you can go up, and there you go. And now I'm gonna tell you guys my absolute magic trick. This trick has really changed my makeup game. I always use this makeup trick because it's just so convenient. So for this, it's all about the eyes. Since I'm like a high contrast girly, I really like to emphasize my eyes, but I don't like it when I have like too much of a wing or something like this. So the trick is you want to go with a really good kajal pencil. This is a Kajal 24 hour Bobbi Brown Kajal pencil. This one's really good actually. I struggled a lot with like smudging in the past, but this eye pencil does not smudge at all. Okay, the trick is you want to use your pencil just to line this inside part. Don't go underneath. I don't like my kajal here because it seeps down and it makes me look like I have not been sleeping, which I haven't, but I don't want people to be knowing this. So I like to put it up just on the top and just on the inside. Just want to hold it, look up, like this. After I've done this with my eye pencil, I like to go in with 24 like a eyeliner. This is actually quite cheap. This is the Essence eyeliner and it's not expensive at all. So you want to use the eyeliner and you want to do the same thing. The trick here is when you're using it, you want to hold it here and push it to the top and kind of close your eyelid. So your thing only lines the top part. But look at the difference it makes, right? So you hold it, only line the top part. Now this is what my eyes currently look like, and this is me just going on the inside. I haven't even done anything on the top yet. My next trick is the most important. Throw the eyeliner away after you're done with it. Not like literally, but don't keep it in your hand, because if it stays in my hand, I'm gonna have like a big block of black. You don't want all this foundation on your lips still, but before I start, I use a bit of Vaseline and I just like apply it on my lips just to smooth it out a bit. But not too much, because then your like lipsticks and liners don't stay. For my lips, I have this amazing MAC lip liner, which is completely matching the dress I'm wearing right now, first of all. And second of all, an amazing, amazing formula. First, I just go on the top. Okay, so now that my lip liner is done, I'm going to go in with like an inner shade, which is a bit lighter. I again use this like Essence shade. I really like it. This is the color. As you can see, I've used it a lot. There's not much left, but I just go in like this in the center and at the top. And you don't want to do the thing where you like rub your lips against each other. You just want to go, just pat it, because this is how it blends. Otherwise, it gets everywhere. Just pat. Okay, I'm actually really happy with how the lips turned out. I think they match my dress very well. For mascara, is you just gotta go here, pull, other side, open eye. And after I've curled my lashes, I go in with this. I actually have no idea what this is because the brand has come off and it's just that old. But if you can find it, I'll look into it and I'll let you know what this is. But I just sort of push it up. Go in, oops. So we're done with the makeup. I really like how it turned out. I love this kind of like classy, natural kind of makeup looks. This is the final makeup look. Now the very, very last part is to take out my hair. And then I take it out. And then this part. And then this main part.